So we may have a nuclear war on our hands very soon. And according to US officials, they are confirming that this could happen potentially in the next handful of days. Now today, I want to break down what's being said, what is going on, and what we should prepare for moving forward. Now, I do want to answer one question first though. A lot of people are asking, why should what Iran is doing or what Israel is doing or what Russia and Ukraine are doing, how does this impact us here in the United States? Well, the one reason why we are being impacted in the United States is because the United States continues to send military equipment to Ukraine. That is causing issues with Russia, now North Korea, and even China. The United States is also sending assistance and aid to Israel. That is causing a lot of issues with Iran, who currently, Iranian proxies like Hamas, Hezbollah, even the Yemen Houthis, they are trying to fight Israel. But the problem is the U.S. continues to butt in. That's the reason why we are being impacted right here on U.S. soil. So, I'm going to get to all this in just a moment, explain what is going on and how a massive strike could happen in just a few days. But I'll get to this in a moment. All I ask is one thing. It takes 2 seconds. Go ahead, hit that like button if you enjoy these daily updates. And now, let's begin. So it is no surprise that the United States continues to butt into certain conflicts around the world. However, and this is where things get interesting, the U.S. is now a likely target. I want to show you something though. This article from yesterday says Iran preparing major retaliatory strike from Iraq within days, according to Israeli intel. Now, I want to read a little bit of this to you first, okay? And then we'll get into some more scary headlines. Look at this. It says, driving the news. The sources said Israeli intelligence suggests the attack is expected to be carried out from Iraq using a large number of drones and ballistic missiles. Iran could quickly put its preparations into action if Tehran decides to strike soon. But the U.S. doesn't know if that decision has been made. Okay. Again, drones and ballistic missiles. We were prepared for ballistic missiles before, when the United States and Israel shot down over 180 ballistic missiles. The problem, though, is these attacks look like they're tests to see how many drones or how many ballistic missiles have to be launched in before one gets through. Well, last time it was about 180 ballistic missiles. One got through the Iron Dome and the U.S. defenses. Now, I want to show you this. This says, U.S. announces new Mideast military deployments in warning to Iran. It says the United States announced Friday, which is today, the deployment of additional military assets to the Middle East, including ballistic missile defense destroyers and long-range B-52 bomber aircraft, serving as a warning to Iran as it and Israel trade tit-for-tat strikes. It says, should Iran, its partners, or its proxies use this moment to target American personnel or interests in the region, the United States will take every measure necessary to defend our people. Okay, now, I want to read you a couple other things. It says the additional resources build on previous U.S. defense deployments to the Middle East in support of Israel, including THAAD missile defense system deployed to the country late last month, operated by American troops on the ground. It says the new forces will begin to arrive in coming months. So again, it's not happening tomorrow. It's not happening on Sunday or Monday or on Election Day, which is November 5th. It's going to come in the next few months. So we'll see. But look at this one right here. Iran warns it will retaliate for Israel's attack. Okay. Now, what is it looking like? Okay, what kind of attack is going to occur? Well, or what type of retaliation are we going to see? Well, based off reports, it will be drones and ballistic missiles. But here's where things get interesting. Iran warns that it's going to retaliate because of what Israel did. But Israel retaliated to what Iran did. All right? So it was a retaliation to an attack. Now this is a retaliation to a retaliation of an attack. So what experts are revealing is this is going to continue until one of the sides either just completely goes away, which probably means that they are completely bombed or there is some type of nuclear attack, or, and this is again not extremely likely, but they just decide to go back to normal, right? Just step away from it. The most likely outcome, though, is these two sides, Iran or Israel, one is going to have so much loss of life, that is the reason why they step away. But look at this. This is very interesting. Benjamin Netanyahu signals Tehran's nuclear program could be next target as Iran plans future attack. Says Iran may look to push fight with Israel to Iraq to avoid normalizing attacks on its own soil. And that could easily happen. We could see the attacks coming from Iraq as opposed to Iran. Here's the problem. The United States has forces in Iraq. If we see an attack occur and U.S. military experience loss of life, that is quickly going to draw on the U.S. Into this regional war, and we are going to see it escalate extremely fast. Now, I want to read a little of this to you. It says, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu signaled on Thursday that Iran's nuclear program could be Jerusalem's next line of attack as Tehran promises to return fire following last week's airstrikes. It says the supreme objective that I have set for the IDF and the security services is to prevent Iran from attaining nuclear powers. Okay. It says halting the nuclear program has been and remains our chief concern. We have not taken, and we will not take our eyes off this objective. One of the things that the United States and President Biden warned Israel of, about a month ago, is do not attack the oil facilities and don't attack nuclear facilities. You attack either one of those in Iran, it is going to be a full-on war. So, we're going to see what happens moving forward, but what I can tell you right now is yes, this is pushing us closer to a nuclear conflict, potentially a nuclear war. But at this time, many U.S. officials say we still have a ways to go because Israel is trying to be very selective as to what they target. Keep in mind, they could have went after more, not just the military from Iran, not just some of their strongholds and stuff like that. They could have went after the oil facilities. They could have went after the nuclear facilities. Could have went after other leaders. But they were very strategic. Went after just bare minimum stuff. And by doing that, it gives them so many different levels to attack, to escalate this situation. So again, U.S. officials believe we're still a little ways away from a potential nuclear war, but at this time, that is still a massive threat. So, we'll see what happens moving forward, but that is what we know as of today. So again, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.